Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We have a 2v2 for you all here on Road to Kharkov. I'm pretty sure this map is called. A classic 2v2 map on Company of Heroes 2. Let's go through the players. Represent the Soviets, we have Milon Jew 866. Not any commander choice. And we have RPK Bang 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 as Mthis Relic straight out the gate. Going for the Odon in the future probably. We have Conscripts pushing out. Representing the Axis, we have Nazgul as Fallschirmjäger Division for the Wehrmacht. And we have King as propaganda tactics for the Mthis. So this is going to be potentially problematic late game because it means they're not going to have access to heavy armor apart from a single Tiger Ace. Depending on how this fans out. The Storm Pioneers could actually have been used to capture some territory, but you never know if the enemy pushes up very fast. We're going for a 1-1 start here, by looks of it, for the Germans. I'm liking that if you play as Fallschirmjäger, you can actually give the Postgraders MG34s, which is not a weapon they normally have access. That's very nice. You can actually give them a machine gun. So the Soviets are going to be able to get to their fuel here. There's not a lot of movement from Million Jew yet. They haven't picked the commander yet either. And RPK Bang 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 is rushing up pretty damn fast with all these conscripts. He's going to bang 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 the Germans in the face. I forgot one bang. It's bang 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 bang. Oh, that was too many bangs. Oh. Radius went down, that's pretty bad. We do have some Fallschirmjäger Pioneers rushing up to supplement. Cheaper unit you can get access to if you're playing as Fallschirmjäger. Although the sheer amount of Soviet rifles though is really starting to show. They can shoot Ura again actually. They would actually Ura now. And just push forwards. They are actually harder to hit if they are Uraing, by the way. It's actually worth doing in combat, because, as it says, you become 20% harder to hit. That is a lot of fire. A lot of rifles, and they just completely push back the Germans there. Oh, we have a choice here from the southern flank. Looks like it is Shock Division. Okay. There's a little bit more elite stuff for the Soviets. They do need to capture this cutoff point, else they're not going to get any fuel here. But looks like the conscripts are diverting to flank down here. Looks like King has gotten a Kugelwagen with an MG42 on top. Also some Storm Grenadiers arriving here, being armed with the Volkssturmgewehr. A cheaper and easier to produce variant of the Sturmgewehr, basically. Like a lot of fascinating little last-ditch weapons were handed out to the Germans at the end of the war that they designed very quickly and very rudely. Rudely, rather, not rudely. You have an MT42 here arriving for the Fallschirmjägers. The Fallschirmjägers were actually utilized as elite ground infantry at the late stages of the war, when all the paratroop operations were done after the mid-war, basically. They actually mostly arrived in trucks to the battlefield, as I understand. As MD42 will definitely start causing issues once these Russians get suppressed behind the heavy cover at some point. Like that. And Russians don't have smoke grenades as a base thing, so that's gonna hurt. The Soviets just being suppressed as they try to move out here. You also have a Maxim coming up. Marksman rifle being equipped here on one of the Strelki.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad. Guards troops ready for action.
But the Soviets do need to take this cutoff point if they can. Maxim now opening fire. The Maxim can be quite potent, despite being an old machine gun. As a machine gun is a machine gun. Up here the Maxim is also present. Looks like a smoke grenade went out. We cannot see the smoke though because of a visual glitch. And the Volkssturmgewehr Storm Grenadiers are just holding that flank. We have the Odon arriving in an armored car now. little bit of lag on this one for some reason. Oh, that was awkward. I don't know why I did that. You should just go view a truck up close. Or if you enjoyed the truck and all of its beauty and immaculate engineering or something. I'm not an expert on trucks. Some guys are going for a flank here. But we do have Viki keep an eye on them. That's not going to be a good idea. Oh, out in the open like that.
The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Oh, and here comes the RPD. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, but we have armor-piercing incendiary loaded here on the MT-42. Looks like we have some banter going on between Nazgul and the... and bang, bang, bang! I like that name. Bang, bang, bang. Looks like the armored car barely survived. Thanks to that bush in the way. Probably gonna see some actual... Oh, we have a flak half-track coming out! That is a cool choice. I like to see people use some choices they don't normally do. There's a lot of utility you can actually utilize depending on what your enemy gets. And I think the flak half-track would be a very good choice in stopping any light vehicle flanks. The Soviets still have not taken that cut-off point. That is really hurting their income, by the way.
What are your orders?
Guard squad ready. A fresh officer has arrived.
That could be a big problem. Untersturmführer coming out here for the Waffen-SS. Now the lockstem is being suppressed here by the Maxim. It looks like the MT-42 is moving down here to support the Waffen-SS instead. Using this building. And here's the flak half-track. Oh, and an MT-42 is just mowing down everything, but great, they go off. Almost destroying the building. Need to target the half-track. There we go, here switching targets. Reloading the flak. Only one penetration though. Neither side is actually getting their fuel. Actually, the Germans are still getting their fuel, but the Germans are not getting their munitions. The Russians really need to get that cut-off point secured. It's stopping their income flow so much. Oh, and the flak went down to a small AT gun. Yeah, 45mm. Weapons here dropped in for the Germans. Looks like it's a light infantry gun and a mortar. You also have a Dushka set up somewhere. A Dushka position, actually. There's some shock troopers arriving here for the Soviet Union. And the Soviet infantry force needs to square themselves up and get going. There's been a lag on this one for some reason. Got caught trying to get some flanking shots here. And lots of conscripts coming in this way. Here comes the conscripts. Even have a universal carrier arriving for the Soviets. This is a lot of Russians now coming their way, and I think they might finally be able to get that cut-off point. There is an MG-34 here arriving, or present. But now the Soviets actually getting their fuel point. Put them long enough. Now they're going to bring fire on the Russian positions. Also the F1 has survived. which is not going to be enough for the 45mm to deal with effectively, I think. Still got a penetration though, but not a lot of damage. The service needs to square up against some more anti-tank equipment. Service are pushing up very aggressively here though. Looks like they've stolen a Maxim here, manned by some Voxstone. And Voxstone pushing up. Oh, they're not being targeted. They gotta get a Panzerfaust off, although they don't play the animation for it. Which really is something that I'm not sure can be fixed, but if they could fix it, it would be cool. Oh, merging with the conscripts on the 80 gun, that is very nice. Although the 80 gun is just not doing enough. That F1 is just too heavily armored. Like, this, you're just not doing enough damage to it. It's too armored. Puma arriving for the Waffen SS. That's at a Pack 40. But the Voxstone are making good use of this Maxim. Most of the Russians have to retreat again. They're getting assist though. No buildings for RPK, bang bang bang. Scout car out. Big push coming up here from the Germans, but they have to pull back because of the Maxim. I would like to perhaps see some more Volksgradiers being utilized if one plays as Luftwaffe to get the MG34s on them. Oh! The 45mm actually killed the crew! I suppose all it takes is one lucky shot. Volksgradiers are quickly rushing over to reman it. Hans, do you know how to use this thing? Struck down to the mortar. The F1 is basically just a turret at this point, but it gets taken out. That 45mm has done a lot of work. Lots of more Russians are preparing for that human wave assault. We're gonna see a lot of human wave assaults today, I feel. And the machine guns are just keeping the Russians at bay. They're able to push up, at least while the machine guns opening fire. Oh, we have high explosive shells coming in now from the Mthis. Aiming to take out that Maxim, I imagine. So we have another airdrop coming overhead here for the Germans. Ah, it's a... No, that's a Fallschirmjäger squad there. Oh, yeah, here's a weapon drop. And that's a Kettenwerfer, very nice. Fallschirmjägers on the field here. Elite troops of the Luftwaffe, basically German paratroopers. So we have a bunch of mortars here now for the Soviets. Scavenging going on here to get more resources. Light infantry gun is trying to threaten as much as it can. The Soviets could probably have gotten close with that smoke raid operations, but they didn't. Both Gradiers are digging in. We have lots of Fallschirmjäger pioneers on the fields. Puma's gonna be able to take out this thing. Guessing Mthis starts to bomb and shell the German position, so that's good to see.
One of our emplacements is under attack.
And the mortars start to hit the German position here. Not sure if this Kettenwerfer is trying to do. Loading an incendiary rocket. Oh, it undershot. It's being decrewed.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
That's 3 mortars. That's a lot of mortar fire here for the Soviet Union. They'll definitely be able to bomb the German positions very hard. And Germans don't have a lot of anti-mortar weapons at the moment. They have sort of a 4 HQ though, so they can get the Brandenburgers if they want. Very expensive though.
Relief infantry is now available.
Meanwhile, the Waffen-SS is still holding on here with a Volkssturm.
Armor car ready for action.
You do actually have double mortar now for the Waffen-SS.
Converted into the headquarters building.
And the Waffen-SS is fully teched up. That could be a problem for the Soviets. I have to go opening fire. Ah, but it didn't hit anything. And got decrewed here by the Maxim. I guess the trench is being set up for the Maxim to utilize. There we go. Now it's inside the Maxim. Inside the trench, I mean. It's gonna give it a good overwatch position here, especially because it increases its arc for the Maxim. Because normally the arc of the Maxim is not as wide, but if it's in a structure, which the trench counts as, its arc becomes much wider. Which is why you actually want to put MGs in trenches, I imagine, because it just increases their arc of fire. As you can see here, this is the Maxim without the trench, compared to within the trench. Much bigger difference. Well, I don't think the German machine guns are affected by it. It's mostly just the Maxim on wheels, or any machine gun on wheels, actually. This little fact, or fun little anecdote? What's the word? Anecdote? For you to sample? Trap being armed here, so someone is going to use booby trap abilities. We have a T-34-76 here already being prepared. But there is a pack to intercept that if the T-34 comes straight down the main road. I mean, over the fields here. This is our opening fire very aggressively. Wars are trying to counter it though. We have an Ostwind arriving. A very unusual weapon.
One of our emplacements is under attack.
45mm pack is about to open fire. Got a good critical shot there, did not do a lot of damage though. Katyusha's arriving. Oh! The AT gun got taken out, and that's a big problem because now there's nothing to stop the Ostwind from just driving up and starting to open fire on the Russian positions. Choctaw was pushing up here. Throwing a grenade, that might be a Limonka. Yeah, an instant grenade. Just opening fire here. Didn't hit a lot by the looks of it. Looks like it was only a short barrage. Well, it might actually have been the mortars? No, it was the Katyusha. Its abilities are still recharging. Yeah, the Ostwind is just slowly gonna kill everything here, but there is a Valentine on the field. And this one might be able to deal with the Ostwind. Also, Panzer 4G arriving for the Waffen-SS. And another T-34-76. There's a bazooka available here on the Odon, but they are firing at the longest range. Oh, good shot from the Valentine! There is a Rakettenwerfer though. Ostwind down. Now they just need to kill the Rakettenwerfer. They are suppressed, they are much more inaccurate. Now they are pinned. And with this, the Soviets could just push up aggressively here. What's going to stop them? Not that they know there's not a lot of stuff there. Panzer 4J is relocating though, good to see. So it's going to be a little bit static for a bit. We have another Valentine on the field. We have a Panzerwerfer coming in for the Waffen-SS.
Machine gun team prepared.
And we have another AT weapon coming out for the Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe don't actually have a lot of units on the field at the moment. They got quite pounded there. And the Waffen-SS seems to be doing a little bit better. The mortar's opening fire now on the Waffen-SS end. Wanted to pound them into ruin like they did with the Luftwaffe. But we do have the Waffen-SS mortar on counter barrage. Which means it should have more accurate shots. Oh, very good one right there. There are shock troopers though, but they have been suppressed. Panzerwerfer opening fire. Oh, nice! Oh, very good Panzerwerfer shot, destroying a lot of Soviet equipment there. The mortar teams have to run off the field here. So this is some heavy losses from that. It looks like the Luftwaffe is just taking in. Setting up their Rakettenwerfer. Putting an incendiary shell. Or not. Cancel it. Oh, now they're firing it again. But they might not need to, in all honesty. Yeah, kind of a waste, I think. We have the Fallschirmjägers equipped fully with FT-42s. It's gonna make them a very lethal squad in infantry-to-infantry combat. At all ranges, I believe. Even close. Like this, the FT-42 is exceptionally potent. As the Volkswagen is pushing up as well with the MG-34. Mthis opening fire. Hammering the what's left of the German front line there. But good thing the Germans were not actually much of the front line anymore. Or the defensive line, they start to push forward. The Stormfree still directing the front line here for the Waffen-SS. Lots of Volksgrenadiers and Storm Pioneers working together. Being buffed by the Idealism here from the Untersturmführer. Also, we have a big infantry push coming up here for the other Soviets. There's a lag. There's still the MG-42 though. Propaganda artillery leaflets dropped overhead. Another T-34 pushing forwards. MG-42 stuff not at a good angle there. It needs to change the window. Here comes the Fallschirmjägers, but they are being suppressed here by the RPD. There's a Rakettenwerfer. I could have taken out the Valentine. Yeah, one shot right there. Germans are definitely having a hard time holding, but they're still keeping the Russians at bay. Oh yeah, the Russians have suffered a lot of losses there in quick succession. This might be the opening the Germans were waiting for, but we are seeing full tech up here for this shock division, so we might see a KV-2 or T-34 Well, Fallschirmjäger Pioneers called in with a Stuk G coming up behind them shortly. This is just a vanguard.
Ready to execute.
Panzerwerfer coming up behind us. Another pack. The incendiary rocket loaded, probably aiming to hit that trench. Ah, undershot, but it's actually still burning the trench. Just not the squad inside for some reason. But he has sappers nearby to just repair it. Wow, that requires a lot of repairs to stop that from burning out. Wow. Maxim still causing a lot of issues here for the Germans. But the Russians are just having trouble holding onto the front line here. Oh, and that might be... Oh, that's a smoke grenade. They were trying to set up a Dushka position, but that did not work. Let's do G. Loading a high explosive shell here. Good shot, almost killing the Maxim crew entirely. Well, killed half of them. Maxim is just keeping all these Germans down. They cannot push up. And that's the power of a good machine gun emplacement. Patricia hit the front line of the Mthis, but most of the cover here by the looks of it. We do have a second Panzerwerfer on the field, so this is a lot of firepower in a small package. Very expensive to fire though. They might need to invest in some munition caches at this point. Austin pushing up here. Jason, don't you get the Ostwind earlier if you're playing as Luftwaffe? Let me be an expert on where you're supposed to get the Ostwind. But I do think if you're playing as Luftwaffe, you get this Ostwind a lot earlier than you normally would. You have the Sys. No penetration. Let's see. So Panzer IV has 800 frontal armor. A flak. Oh, they was trying to fly 5 flares, but they end up working, so that's a bug. But only 500 armor on the Ostwind, so yeah, you generally don't want to have the Ostwind like in frontal combat. Which makes sense, it's an anti-air vehicle. And the Mthis is being shelled a lot at the moment. The Soviets are just taking in, even setting up a shock camp here. Just there.
You need something built? Or blown up? A fresh officer has arrived.
Another officer arriving.
Crew, stand ready. Prepare for combat.
We do have enough munitions now for a big barrage here from the Panzerwerfers. Just need a target. 900 munitions counter. Oh, he's getting an Aufklar to scout ahead. That's smart. That's nearly what you want to do. There's no recon units here on the side of the Soviets. They are coming out there. The Soviets have lined up over here by the looks of it. And here comes the Panzerwerfer rockets. Probably aiming around in this area. Oh yeah. Pretty decent barrage, but didn't kill as much as I'd think. Oh, it was a fair bit of damage. Oh, will that Fallschirmjäger get out of there? Looks like they will. Lucky for them, meanwhile the mortar shells are still landing. That's for 8 arriving for the Luftwaffe. So this is getting under the repairs of that T-34. We do have a heavy mortar arriving though, and this thing is very powerful. Probably could actually set it up back there and still shell the German positions. Oh, that's not gonna good. That officer's not gonna get his barrage off, I think. Yeah, got shut down.
We are suffering losses.
Those are very bunched up there. Fortunately for them, the Panzerwerfer is still on cooldown.
Stand ready.
Else it would be a very juicy target. You generally don't want to clump up your units in Spearhead. It's a very bad idea to do. You want to spread things out as much as you can. We also have the third assist veterans on the field. Unique veteran unit, you can get one off on the field at a time for the propaganda tactics. The equipped for most special tasks. A lot of mortar fire going in there.
Grenadiers ready for action.
On Germany, should probably have a way to push up here shortly. Soviet forces are moving in though. Lots of infantry, but I do have the Ostwind back here. But if the Germans can take out that AT gun, they will be in a good position.
Officers can now be called in to rally our troops.
Oh, I'm supposed to miss that. They need to take out that CIS crew. This is not having a lot of luck penetrating though for some reason, despite using APCR. There we go, an over penetration right there. Maybe more shells are landing on the Mthis front line, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Doing a fair bit of damage. Looks like the Luftwaffe's tanks have to pull back.
Enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
Panzer J is moving up though. That's for H almost taken out. He's close to being destroyed as well. Panzerwerfer's opening fire again. This time it is Surrey, I imagine. Yeah, destroying all the mortars again. Just using a short barrage, I think. There's no need for a long barrage there. Just opening fire. Getting straight into the Germans as they push up. And the Maxim, one lone Maxim gunner is still holding the Germans at bay. He has to reload. And there he got shut up there.
We have lost a machine gun crew.
I mean, that looks like the Germans are going to do a full push in here if they can.
Standing by. Yes, comrade.
The Shark Division is still not doing enough for the infantry, that's for damn sure. I will agree that the Soviet player here did not really do enough. He could have done more, that's for damn sure. But not everyone is as skilled. Now coming in the flank is a pretty normal tactic. Allows less harsh. What's it called? Anyway, RP key, bang 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 calls it GG. Yeah, not everyone's a good player. Like, people need to learn. That's entirely normal. I'm not a good player. I just play for fun. Yeah, the Soviets are getting overrun at this point because the Luftwaffe got an opening they needed, and the Panzer Force pushing up. Yes, this Soviet player could probably have done a little bit more. HA-76 arriving here. Well, I think it's a little bit too late, obviously. Oh, yeah, it looks like RPK has left. And so, then that's going to be landing around the other Soviet forces.
The enemy has taken out one of our buildings.
You can probably speed this. Oh, it ends there. Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this short. It was actually not that short, but I hope you all enjoyed this one. Hopefully, Milan here will become a much better player in the future. I'd like to see people improve at least. But you don't want to clump up your infantry. Always remember that. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye bye.